The Michigan Unemployment Agency has been riddled with problems since the start of the pandemic. A website that couldn't keep up with demand, rampant fraud, and a change in leadership during the crisis.
Well, now UIA has a new leader at the helm promising big changes, but will it be enough to help the thousands who are still struggling? Consumer investigator Hank Winchester live at the Detroit UIA office with the first one-on-one conversation with Julia Dale. Hank, she's got a lot on her plate.
Devin, Kimberly, she certainly does. In fact, she's the third UIA director just in about the last 18 months. UIA has been a mess. That's the bottom line since the pandemic started. But the Director Dale, says big changes are coming. One of them being offices like this one you see here in Detroit, an opportunity for people to actually have face-to-face meetings and interactions with people to get answers. But as you'll see, that's just one change coming soon. UIA, the state's unemployment insurance agency, under fire during the pandemic. And tonight we're getting answers from the new director.
Why should people think anything's going to be different now?
Answers for Michiganders who just can't get paid.
I haven't been paid, and it's up to about $20,000 now.
I'm close to giving up, but I don't know what else to do.
It's just frustrating.
Many lawmakers have simply had enough.
Right now, I have no confidence in the agency. I think the people of Michigan have no confidence in the agency.
I've been tracking the problem since the beginning of the pandemic and exposing the issues that have caused fraud and financial difficulty for so many. Now another change at the top. Tonight, Julia Dale, the new UIA director, in her first interview.
Why would anybody want to jump into this position, really?
It's a good question. It's one that I've been asked a few times. You know, I've devoted my entire professional career to public service, and there was obviously a need at UIA.
Dale comes from the Attorney General's office. She's worked in government roles most of her career in Lansing, but this position unlike any other, and she knows everyone is watching and waiting.
I did have concerns, you know, and you do your homework like any good attorney does, you know, and trying to understand some of the challenges that the organization has faced.
So what will change and when? Director Dale hopes a lot and quickly. The focus now, improving technology, updating the old dated system, and focusing on training the existing employees and the new hires. They simply need to know how to solve your problem.
You know, we've already gone through 2 directors of UIA
Yes.
during the pandemic. You're now the 3rd. Why should people think anything's going to be different now?
You know, I think that the Oversight Committee has asked that same question, right? Why do we trust you? And I think first is that, as you pointed out, it's a risk for me to come over, right? This isn't something that I come into with eyes closed. I come into this recognizing that there are opportunities for change.
What do you say to those people who say, I have had enough with UIA?
I think that first I say, like, I hear their frustration. Just as you hear these concerns, I do as well. We noticed, you know, in evaluating what we had online, that a lot of the information was scattered amongst different pages. And so we really worked to pull that information together to one place.
Technology, a dated system, and staff unable to keep up. They've been huge problems. But how do you fix it?
So right now we are in the process of updating the existing database that we have, and we will see those implementations. You know, the goal is to see those in place in this, you know, this coming summer.
And if you're still having issues,
What's the best advice for somebody who's still struggling?
Well, I can tell you that we do have appointments available. You know, those appointments can be made online, and I do know that all of those appointments are not being filled.
What do you think the single biggest problem with UIA is right now?
I think the single biggest problem is a lack of consistent and steadfast leadership.
and Director Dale believes that she's the person now to move forward and make those changes that are so necessary. We all know those changes need to come, and they need to come as soon as possible. Tonight at 6 o'clock, I'm taking a look at one big issue, one big problem that hundreds of you have been emailing me about. And there's actually a pretty easy, quick fix. So we're going to look at that tonight at 6. And also, I want to remind you, we put together a great resource page for you right at clickondetroit.com on the Help Me Hank page, insider information to help you navigate these difficult times and also the uncertainty with UIA. We're going to see you back here live tonight at 6 o'clock. For now, Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Quick fix is always good news to those suffering with problems. We'll have that coming up then. All right, Hank.